For decades, diabetics have been told to fear fruit, that its natural sugars are dangerous, that sweetness itself is the enemy. But what if the science tells a completely different story? Today, we uncover the truth. 537 million people worldwide have diabetes. Surveys show that over 60% of diabetics actively avoid most fruits out of fear of blood sugar spikes. Fruit and diabetes is not a yes or no question. It depends critically on which fruit, in what form, in what quantity, and combined with what other foods. The same fructose molecule behaves completely differently inside a whole fruit versus extracted from it. The fiber, water content, and polyphenols in whole fruit conspire together to slow glucose absorption, reduce insulin demand, and protect every organ simultaneously. 8 fruits diabetics most ask about: berries, cherries, apples, pears, oranges, mango, grapes, and watermelon, with their real glycemic index scores, their hidden benefits, and exact guidance on safe consumption for diabetics. Berries are the gold standard fruit for diabetics. Blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries carry glycemic index scores as low as remarkably low for a naturally sweet food, making them safe for blood sugar management even in type 1 diabetics. Berries' anthocyanins do something extraordinary for diabetics. They activate GLUT4 transporters in muscle cells, the same pathway targeted by the diabetes medication metformin. A 2010 study in the Journal of Nutrition found blueberry consumption improved insulin sensitivity by 22% in insulin-resistant participants. HbA1c, the gold standard for 3-month blood sugar control, was meaningfully reduced in diabetics who consumed 150 grams of mixed berries daily for 12 weeks, per a 2020 published study. Beyond blood sugar, berries protect against diabetic complications. Their antioxidants directly shield the kidneys, retina, and peripheral nerves from oxidative stress and microvascular inflammation. Sweet cherries have a glycemic index of just 22, the lowest of virtually any common fruit. Tart cherry anthocyanins also stimulate insulin production, offering a rare dual benefit for type 2 diabetics. Apples contain 3 key compounds for diabetics: quercetin, which slows glucose release, chlorogenic acid, which reduces liver glucose output, and pectin, which improves gut-linked insulin sensitivity. A Harvard analysis of over 200,000 participants found 2 to 3 servings of whole apples per week associated with a 23% of developing type 2 diabetes, one of nutrition's most cited findings. A medium pear contains 5.5 grams of fiber, more than almost any other common fruit, with a glycemic index of just 38, making it one of the most blood sugar-friendly fruits for diabetics. Dr. Frank Hu of Harvard has published extensively showing whole fruit consumption, particularly low glycemic varieties, is associated with significantly lower type 2 diabetes risk and better glycemic control in diagnosed diabetics. Whole oranges have a glycemic index of 43, manageable for most diabetics. But orange juice can double the glycemic impact because removing the fiber eliminates the biological braking system. This distinction is critical.
Oranges contain hesperidin, a flavonoid shown to reduce blood vessel inflammation and lower fasting blood glucose. A clinical study found orange consumption reduced a key inflammation.
Mango's GI of 51 is moderate, not dangerous. Its true value lies in mangiferin, a unique compound with glucose-lowering. 14 study found mango consumption actually reduced blood glucose in obese adults. For diabetics, mango requires portion intelligence. Half a cup paired with protein and fat creates a completely different blood sugar response, reducing glycemic load by up to 40% by delaying gastric emptying. Resveratrol in grapes activates AMPK, the same fundamental pathway as metformin, one of the most prescribed diabetes medications, significantly reduced fasting blood glucose in diabetics. Watermelon's GI of 76 has terrified diabetics for years, but a realistic 2-cup serving carries a glycemic load of just 8 because watermelon is 92% water. Glycemic load is what actually matters.
Watermelon is the richest dietary source of citrulline, which converts to arginine, stimulating nitric oxide production. This dilates blood vessels, critically important for diabetics with endothelial dysfunction and poor peripheral circulation.
Dr. Walter Willett of Harvard, one of the most cited scientists in medical history, has repeatedly stated that efferents in type diabetes, provided portions are appropriate and juice is avoided. Glycemic load is the most important concept for diabetics eating fruit. GI measures how fast glucose enters blood. Glycemic load accounts for how much carbohydrate is actually in a realistic serving, a critical distinction. Every fruit contains unique polyphenols that collectively inhibit carbohydrate-digesting enzymes, reduce liver glucose output, improve insulin sensitivity, and protect against. No pharmaceutical drug does all 5 simultaneously. A 2021 Cell Metabolism review found diabetics with diverse gut microbiome showed better insulin sensitivity and HbA1c control. The prebiotic fibers in whole fruits are among the most powerful tools for rebuilding that diversity. A 2021 Cell Metabolism review found diabetics with diverse gut microbiome showed better insulin sensitivity and HbA1c control. The prebiotic fibers in whole fruits are among the most powerful tools for rebuilding that diversity. Timing matters for diabetics eating fruit. Morning and post-exercise are optimal windows, when insulin sensitivity peaks and muscles actively pull glucose into cells. Eating fruit at night significantly increases blood sugar burden. The most important truth: glycemic response to fruit is highly individual. CGM studies show 2 people eating identical fruits can have personal data beats any general glycemic index table. 3 fruit forms require genuine caution. Dried fruit concentrates sugar dramatically. All fruit juice removes protective fiber. canned fruit in syrup adds refined sugar. The truth 537 million diabetics deserve to hear: the right fruits, in the right portions, in the right form, at the right time, actively protect the diabetic body. Fear was never the answer. Knowledge is your evidence-based fruit plan. Eat berries, cherries, apples, and pears freely in appropriate portions. Enjoy oranges, mango, and grapes with protein pairing. Use watermelon mindfully with meals. Always choose whole over juiced. If this gave you real science about fruit and diabetes you have never heard before, please subscribe and tap the bell. We publish evidence-based health videos every week. Share it with every diabetic you care about. See you next time.